Okay, so I'll start with this point there. Obviously this we have a line 1 2, right? Okay, obviously the cutting plane is cutting line 1 2, and also I think it's 6 5 5 6, that line. So that means I'll have 2 points here on line 1 2, and so I have that point and that point there. Okay, and then I move to this one. So here I can just connect these points right away like that. So the cut surface will start there. Okay, and then because we don't have any point this side, because I'm moving from there to this direction, right? Okay, so here the cutting plane is cutting this line T2 there. So where is T2? T2 is right there. So I'll have a point T2, right? I'll have a point right there. Okay, let me use my pencil. Then I move to this line here. The point is cutting line T5 there. So where is T5? T5 is right there. So it's a point down there. Okay, then the next one, it's line T3. T3 is right there. Right, let me just zoom a little bit. Okay, so obviously I have this point is on line T3, and T3 is right there. So I'll just use this line and mark a point there. Okay, then I move to the next point down there. Obviously my focus is on the pyramid, not the prism, because this point is on the prism, right? So I'll skip that point and move to that point. This point is on line T4, right? Where's T4? T4 is right there. So I project that down to line T4. So yeah, this is the last point. So now what I can do is just connect the points. So this is my cut surface for the pyramid. So just connect the points like that. Like that. Okay. So now I have to hatch the shape. So start there at the bottom. Okay, I've hatched the cut surface. Now I'll have to draw the remaining part of the pyramid. Remember, we are removing this top part there. So I'm left with this lower base there, the lower part there. We still have this section, right? And that section is this one here. It's the top part there, right? So I can just draw this section there at the top. So just draw that shape there. Like that. So for the top part, I've added that top part. Now I'll have to add these lines that are going to point T. Obviously those lines are hidden because we're looking from the top. So obviously this is like a cone. So obviously I won't see these edges looking from the top, right? Okay, so I have this line from 1. So it's hidden, that edge is hidden. add it there, and then 6 for some hidden detail lines, and then 5, but from 5 we have a point there. I'll start from that point going down, because 5 is no longer there, 5 is removed. This point, that point is right there, up there, so all those points are removed, like point 2, 5, 3 and 4, right? Those points are removed. Then we have 4 there, but obviously for 4 is removed, I'll start there and add the hidden detail lines there. 3 is removed, I'll draw from that point, okay, and 2 there, like that. So this is the complete sectional top view. So now I can just mark that off. Now I'm left with the last view, which is the sectional right view. So the sectional right view will be drawn on my left hand side, so I'll just project everything this side. So I'll have to add an XY line here, the vertical one. So I can just add the XY line there. I can measure from this point, I can measure 10 millimeters. Then I can just draw the XY line there. All the way down there. Okay, let me just zoom out. Okay, then from there I can just add the 45-degree line there, down there. Okay, so I'll label this XY line. It's X1, Y1, right? Because here I have the XY line. So obviously, because now I'm adding an XY line, I'll have to label that one X1, Y1. So okay, from here I'll have to project all the points to my left hand side. So I have the top section there, the heights there, okay, and then I'll just project the points for the cutting plane. So I'll start with this point, move to this point, project that point, that point. I have 2 points there that are close to each other there, so it's just a millimeter, and that point at the bottom there, just like that. Okay, so now what I can do is I can just project the points from the sectional top view to this side. So I can just connect the points for the cut surface right away. So what I can do is, for this point, right, I have 2 points, remember here, it's this point and that point, so I can just project the 2 to the 45-degree line, and from there you can project that up and up. So that means obviously that point is on that line, so I'll have this point and that point, right? But okay, let me just construct the pyramid in light construction first, right? So let me just project all the points, like point 1 up to 6. So I'll start with point 1, point 2 there, point 3 is there, point 4 is there. so that you can understand what's happening here. And then 0.5 is somewhere there. 0.6, where is 6? 6 is there. Okay, then I take all the points up there because they are on the same line. Up there, like that, like that, like that. Okay, so 0.1 is right there. I can label that 0.1, 0.2. This is 0.2. 3 is right there. 4 is there. 5 is there. 6 is there. Then point T is there from the top view. I have to project that point as well to this section. So point T is right there. So now I can just project all the points to point T right there, so that it makes sense, like that. 0.3, 0.1, 4, 6, and 5 there. Okay, so now it's much easier. Okay, because I have all the lines now, I'll start with the pyramid. Obviously I have those 2 points already. I can just draw them in there. So obviously, where are they? It's this point there, it's this one and that one, so I can just connect them there. Like that. Okay, then I move to this one. So this is line T2. So where is T2? T2 is there, so I have a point there, right? Okay, and then I have T5. T5 is there. Okay, that means I'll use, let me just zoom that section. Okay, so line T5 is there, and this, obviously this cutting plane is cutting line T5 right there, so I'll just mark a point there. Okay, I move to the next point. It's this point there. This point obviously is on line T3, so T3 is right there. So I'll have to plot there, mark a point. Okay, and then I move to this point down there. So this point is on line T4. Line T4 is right there. That means I'll have a point there. So yeah, now I can just connect the points there. So this is my cut surface, just like that. And from that point I have a point there. Take it to this point, that point, back to that point. Okay, so now I can hatch this surface, just like that. Okay, so this is the cut surface from the pyramid. Now I'll just try and draw the cut surface for this prism. So now I'll do the same thing. I'll have to draw the right view of the prism in light construction. So obviously I have the points here. Oh, you can't see, let me zoom out, sorry about that. So I was saying, obviously we have the points from the top view there, so I'll just project all the points to the 45-degree line, then project them up to this section there. So I'll start with point A. I have to extend that line now, the 45-degree line. Okay, and then from, okay, let me just project all the points. I have point C there, B, okay, we have B as well there, C, and point A. So I have this point, C, B, B, C, A. Okay, and then now I just project all the points up. Like that. Okay, so I'll start with this point down here, A. Where's A from the front view? A somewhere there. So this is my A. Okay, C is just down here where they connect as a point. So this is point C. Okay, B, I have B there. B is on that line there, up there. So, oh no, I can't see. B is on that line. Okay, so let me do it again. Let me try it again. I'm getting old now. So okay, B is right there. Perfect. Okay, then I have B as well here. It's that line. B is up there. Okay, perfect. So that means I have a point there. This is our B. Okay, and we have C. C is just down there. Can mark that point. And A is on the same line as B. Okay, so now I can just connect. I have this triangle there, this side. No, it's APC. So it's APC and ABC, like that. Okay, so this is our prism. This is the right view in light construction. Okay, so now I'll go back to my cutting plane. So obviously the cutting plane is cutting line BC, ways line BC, 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 BC. So now obviously I have two line BCs. Okay, but I'll use my top view. Where's this line from the top? Obviously this line is there, right? So I can just project that point to the 45-degree line and take it up, because I'm not sure where is it, so I can just use this view. So line BC is there, so that means I have a point there. Okay, so I'll just use my sectional top view. So I have a point there. This point is on line AP, right? Yes. No, it's not AP, it's AC. So project that to there, and then take it up. line AC. That means I have a point there. Okay, and I have this point. This point is on line AA. I have to take it up to line AA there. So line AA is just there. So I have a point there. Okay, then this point, it's on line AB. So that is there. Okay, then we also have that point there. That point is on line BC, right? Okay, so it's BC. Where is that line? Okay, it's there. BC is there, so obviously I'll have a point there. So how many points do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now I can just connect the points there. So that means this is our cut surface for the prism. So from there up to there, then from there to there, from there to there, from there to there. So now I'll have to etch the surface. So it's very important for you to use those two views. Those two views will help you just to come up with this. You can only use the front view to come up with this, or you can just use both the sectional top view and the front view as well. So yeah, so now I'll just hatch the surface. Yeah, it's much better this one. Okay, so now I'm left with the lower portion there, because remember we have removed this top part, so I'm left with this bottom part there. So point B, it's removed, so obviously that point B, it's this one. Okay, it's fine. Point B as well, it's that one. Okay, A, this point A, it's this one. Remember, this A is removed, obviously it's this point there. So I'll just draw a line from here going down. So from there going down. Okay, and also this line this side. And even this bottom line there. So remember, I have this triangle there. I must have the triangle. So that triangle is this section here. So I have C, it's there, okay, and then this point is there, okay, this point is there. So I have to connect these two. Solid line, okay. So this edge, that means is just behind, it's at the back. So I can just add a hidden detail line there. Just like that. Okay, so I'm done with the prism, right? So I have to do the same thing for the pyramid. So now looking from this side, I have 2, 3, okay, 4 and 5. Those lines I'll be able to see them. Okay, so I'll start with 2. So 2 is there, so obviously 2 is removed, so I can just draw a solid line from this point going down like that. And obviously we are looking from this direction, right? So I have 3, so point 2, 3, 4 and 5, they're just in front of me if I'm standing here, but point 1 and 6, they're just that side, they're behind, so this edges of those lines will be hidden here on our right view, right? Okay, so I have line 2, T2 there, and then T3, I draw a solid line as well there, but obviously the line will start from here going down just there. Okay, and I also have 4, T4, 4 is right there, so I just draw a line from here to there, and then even there, but here I'll have a hidden detail line there. Okay, and then I also have 5, T5, right? Where is T5? T5 is right there, so I'll draw a line from this point down to there. Then from here, that edge is hidden. I'll just add some hidden detail lines because this prism is just in front of the pyramid. And then that bottom part, I will be able to see it, so I'll add a solid line there. Okay, and the rest is just hidden. So T6 is just a hidden detail line there. I'll just add the hidden detail line like that. And also T1 is hidden. So now I can just label my views. This is my sectional right view. This is our front view. And this is our sectional top view. So okay, so this is our complete drawing for this question, page 67. I have all the views. I've added all the views, so let me just add the XY line there. So this is the XY line there. So it's X, Y. So yes, this is the complete drawing.